Good morning everyone, myself Indranil Mondal, Assistant Professor in Mechanical Engineering Department. Today I am going to present an important topic, cast iron and its alloys related to materials engineering. Let's discuss the topic.
Overview of engineering cast iron. Joseph Glanville wrote of cast iron that iron seemeth a simple metal, but in its nature are many mysteries. Many, but not all, of these mysteries have been solved over the past 300 years using the combined skill of the foundryman and the knowledge of the scientist to provide today's design engineer with a family of casting alloys that offer a virtually unique combination of low cost and engineering versatility. The various combinations of low cost with castability, strength, machinability, hardness, wear resistance, corrosion resistance, thermal conductivity and damping are unequaled among all casting alloys, and it makes cast iron most widely used metal in engineering purpose. Definition of cast iron. Cast iron is generally defined as an alloy of iron with greater than 2% carbon and usually with more than 0.1% silicon. This is iron carbon phase diagram. You see, this is cast iron, that is an alloy of iron with greater than 2% of carbon to 6% of carbon. Various types of cast iron. Cast iron is classified as grey cast iron, white cast iron, nodular or ductile cast iron, and malleable cast iron. Depending on their chemical composition of the iron, rate of cooling of the casting in the mold. Cast iron is classified as these four major types. Grey cast iron. Grey iron is by far the oldest and most common form of cast iron. As a result, it is assumed by many to be the only form of cast iron, and the terms cast iron and grey iron are used interchangeably. Grey iron, named because its fracture has a grey appearance, consists of carbon in the form of flake graphite in a matrix consisting of ferrite, pearlite or a mixture of the two. The fluidity of liquid grey iron and its expansion during solidification due to the formation of graphite have made this metal ideal for the economical production of shrinkage-free intricate castings such as motor blocks. What are the main properties of grey cast iron? Graphite morphology and matrix characteristics affect the physical and mechanical properties of grey cast iron. Large graphite flakes produce good dampening capacity, dimensional stability, resistance to thermal shock and ease of machining. While on the other hand, small flakes result in higher tensile strength, high modulus of elasticity, resistance to crazing and smooth machined surfaces. Grey cast iron is highly resistant to rust, which is formed by the reaction of oxygen and iron. It is a perfect solution to avoid the problem of corrosion. Grey cast iron has low melting point, that is 1140 degrees Celsius to 1200 degrees Celsius. What are the main applications of grey cast iron? Grey cast iron can be used in producing heavy duty machine tools, bed, presses, high pressure hydraulic parts, frames, gears, bushings, piston rings, cams, crankshaft, cylinder block, cylinder head, gear, cylinder, base, bed, flywheel, cylinder liners, pistons, brake wheel, gearboxes, pressure valve, coupling plate, etc. These are the main applications of grey cast iron. I have already told The main applications of grey cast iron in machine tool, in brake wheel, in cylinder block, in coupling plates, in hydraulic casting parts. Let's discuss ductile iron. Ductile cast iron is yet another type of ferrous alloy that is used as an engineering material in many applications. To produce ductile iron, small amount of magnesium is added to the molten iron, which alters the graphite structure that is formed. The magnesium reacts with oxygen and sulfur in the molten iron, leading to nodule-shaped graphite that has earned them the name nodular cast iron. This is the microstructure of ductile iron. This is ferrite, pearlite and graphite nodule. This is the main matrix. This is spherical carbon nodule. Properties of ductile iron. Strength higher than grey cast iron. It has ductility up to 6% as cast or 20% annealed. Low cost. Simple manufacturing process makes complex shapes. Machinability better than steel, and ductile cast iron offers significantly low shrinkage during casting. What are the main applications of ductile iron? Automotive industry are the major user of ductile iron castings. Crankshafts, front wheels, spindle supports, steering knuckles and disc brake calipers. Other applications of ductile iron are water pipe and pipe fittings industries. Various automotive industry parts made using ductile iron, ductile pipe and pipe fittings. These are the main applications of ductile iron. Let's discuss malleable iron. Unlike grey and ductile iron, malleable iron is cast as a carbidic or white iron, and an annealing or malleabilizing heat treatment is required to convert the carbide into graphite. The microstructure of malleable iron consists of irregularly shaped nodules of graphite called temper carbon in a matrix of ferrite and or pearlite. The presence of graphite in a more compact or sphere-like form gives malleable iron ductility and strength almost equal to cast low carbon steel. The formation of carbide during solidification results in the conventional shrinkage behavior of malleable iron and the need for larger feed metal reservoirs, causing reduced casting yield and increased production costs. What are the basic types of malleable iron? Depending on annealing treatments, we can get two types of malleable iron. First, ferritic malleable cast iron, and second, pearlitic malleable iron. Ferritic malleable cast iron depends on carbon and silicon. First stage 2 to 36 hours at 940 degrees Celsius in a controlled atmosphere, and cool rapidly to 750 degrees Celsius and hold for 1 to 6 hours. In case of pearlitic malleable iron, first stage 2 to 36 hours at 940 degrees Celsius in a controlled atmosphere, cool to 870 degrees Celsius slowly, then air cool and temper to specification. These are the basic types of malleable iron. What are the main advantages of malleable iron? It has excellent machinability, that is ease of machining. It has significant ductility. It has good shock resistance properties. What are the main applications of malleable iron? Malleable cast iron is used for connecting rods and universal joint yokes, transmission gears, differential cases and certain gears, compressor crankshafts and halves, flanges, pipe fittings and valve parts for railroad, marine and other heavy duty applications. These are the marine hardware made by malleable iron. These are the main advantages and applications of malleable iron. Let's discuss white cast iron. White cast iron is unique in that it is the only member of the cast iron family in which carbon is present only as carbide. Due to the absence of graphite, it has a light appearance. The presence of different carbides depending on the alloy content makes white cast irons extremely hard and abrasion resistant but very brittle. It has lower silicon content and low melting point. The carbon present in the white cast iron precipitates and forms large particles that increase the hardness of the cast iron. It is abrasive resistant as well as cost effective, making them useful in various applications like lifter bars and cell liners in grinding mills, where surfaces of pumps, balls and rings of coal pulverizers, etc. What are the main applications of white cast iron? In bearing surface making, and in case of lifter bars and cell liners in grinding mills, I have already told. So when carbon in the cast iron is present in the form of cementite, it is called white cast iron because it shows a white fractured surface. Microstructure of such a cast iron consists of pearlite, cementite and ledepurite. When the carbon content is less than 4.3%, it is called hypoeutectic cast iron. Microstructure of a hypoeutectic cast iron consists of a pearlite, cementite and a small amount of ledepurite. When the carbon content is greater than 4.3%, it is called hypereutectic cast iron, and the microstructure consists of ledepurite and cementite plates. White cast iron is obtained by controlling the chemical composition and the cooling rate. Lower silicon content and rapid cooling of the liquid alloy produce white cast iron because cementite is prevented from decomposing to graphite. Due to the presence of cementite, white cast iron has high hardness and wear resistance. Depending upon the carbon content, the hardness can vary from 350 to 500 Brinell hardness number. It possesses high compressive strength of the order of 140 to 180 kg per millimeter square. It is difficult to machine white cast iron and therefore final finishing is done by grinding. White cast iron is not employed for structural parts because of its excessive brittleness. Due to its high hardness, it is used to resist wear and abrasion. The use of this alloy is restricted to parts that can be sand cast and do not require much machining. Typical applications of white cast iron include wearing plates, pump liners, mill liners, grinding balls, etc. A large tonnage of white cast iron is used for the manufacture of malleable cast iron. Let's summarize cast irons. Cast iron as an engineering material dates back to the 14th century. Before that time, ferrous objects were made from wrought iron, which was obtained by the crude reduction of iron ore. Steels as we know them occurred in the 19th century. Today the term cast iron refers to a family of ferrous metal that are used in the cast form. The engineering components are cast directly from the liquid state into the required shape and size. Cast iron possesses some advantages and characteristics over steel and other materials. First, it is the least expensive casting material. All the raw materials used are relatively cheap: pig iron, cast iron, scrap, steel scrap, limestone, coke and iron ore. Cast iron has a lower melting temperature than steel. It possesses high casting properties such as high fluidity, low shrinkage, casting soundness, ease of production and a higher yield. Cast irons can provide a very wide range of metallic properties ranging from a high yield strength to high ductility and toughness. They possess a very high compressive strength, about 3 to 4 times that of its tensile strength. Cast irons can be machined easily. They provide high wear and abrasion resistance. An important characteristic of cast iron is its high damping capacity. It is that property which permits a material to absorb vibrational stresses. The relative damping capacity of steel, nodular iron and grey iron. Main classifications of cast iron: it may be defined as an alloy of iron and carbon containing more than 2% of carbon. In addition to carbon, cast iron contains other elements such as silicon, sulfur, phosphorus and manganese. Silicon is one of the most important elements present in cast iron. This element controls the form of carbon present in the cast iron. Amount of silicon varies from 0.5 to 3.0%. Sulfur content in cast iron generally varies between 0.06 to 0.12%. Sulfur tends to react with iron to form iron sulfide. This low melting compound increases the possibility of cracking at elevated temperatures, called hot shortness. Formation of iron sulfide can be avoided by the addition of manganese because of its greater affinity for sulfur. Phosphorus content in cast iron varies between 0.1 to 0.3%. It comes from pig iron and iron ore. Most of the phosphorus combines with iron to form iron phosphide. This iron phosphide forms a ternary eutectic with cementite and austenite. The ternary eutectic is known as steatite. It reduces toughness and makes the cast iron brittle. Manganese in cast iron varies from 0.1 to 1.0%. This amount of manganese has very little effect upon the properties of cast iron. The most important function of manganese is to take care of sulfur by forming manganese sulfide. In addition to above elements, cast irons may contain alloying elements such as nickel, chromium, molybdenum, magnesium, copper and vanadium to get the desired properties and structure. Presence of relative amounts of various elements in cast iron generally influences its microstructure. For example, relative amounts of silicon and carbon determine whether cast iron will contain cementite, graphite or both. In addition, structure of cast iron may consist of ferrite, pearlite, flake and spheroidal graphite, temper carbon, etc. On the basis of structure, cast iron have been classified into various groups such as white, grey, chilled, ductile, malleable and alloyed cast irons. When the carbon is present in the form of graphite flakes, the cast iron is called grey because it shows a grey surface on fracture. The graphite flakes are dispersed in a matrix of ferrite or pearlite. The appearance of graphite flakes in a polished anise sample. The amount of graphite may vary from 6 to 17% of the total volume of the alloy. When the microstructure of cast iron consists of nodules or spheroids of graphite in pearlitic or ferritic matrix, the resulting material is called nodular cast iron. It is also known as ductile iron, spheroidal graphite cast iron or simply SG iron. It is an improved version of grey iron with higher toughness. SG iron possesses product advantages of steel and process advantages of cast iron. In nodular cast iron, carbon can vary from 3 to 4.1%, while silicon lies between 1.0 to 2.8%. Sulfur and phosphorus content should not increase more than 0.03 and 0.1% respectively. It contains nickel as an alloying element and the amount of magnesium lies between 0.05 to 0.10%. When carbon in the cast iron is present in the form of cementite, it is called white cast iron because it shows a white fractured surface. The inherent drawback, brittleness of white and grey cast iron can be overcome by the use of nodular cast iron. Later it was found that white iron castings can be heat treated to produce castings which are bendable or malleable, and this gave rise to ductile plastic and formable cast iron called malleable cast iron. Temper carbon is obtained by graphitization of cementite during Prolonged heat treatment. The chemical composition of the alloy plays an important part in the production, heat treatment and final properties of malleable cast iron castings. Carbon generally varies from 2.0 to 3.0%, while silicon is kept between 0.9 to 1.65%. Sulfur and phosphorus are kept below 0.18%. Sufficient amount of manganese should be added to take care of sulfur and form manganese sulfide. Small amounts of bismuth and boron may be added to promote the second stage graphitization during heat treatment. Cast irons can be heat treated by stress relieving, annealing, quenching and tempering and surface hardening process. I have already told effects of alloying elements on cast iron. Cast iron's properties are changed by adding various alloying elements: silicon, sulfur, manganese, nickel, chromium, molybdenum and copper. I have already told these points. If you like this video, please subscribe my channel and stay connected. Thank you very much.